Hello, darlings. It's great to see you all again. And thanks for joining me for today's video. I'm going to be honest with you. I am struggling with full-time van life. It's not as easy as what I thought it would be. Before I moved into my van, I was really happy and excited to move into my van. And I thought, this is going to solve all of my problems, and me and Kelly were going to have lots of fun. And the only thing that I had to worry about was Kelly, actually, because I thought it was going to take her quite a while to get used to being in the van again, because of what happened last time when we moved into our car back in 2017. Kelly was only a little tiny baby, about 6 weeks old in that point of time. And so when we moved into our van, she had never been in a car before, or any kind of vehicle for that matter. And so it was a new environment for her. So, of course, it took her quite a while to get used to being in the car. But after she got used to being in the car, she loved it. And that's how I knew that she was going to enjoy van life this time. But I assumed that it was going to take her quite a while to get used to being in the van again. However, I was wrong. She adapted to van life quite quickly and quite well this time, which is good. And I think the reason for that is because we had been doing van life part-time for the last 4 years. And so she has been used to being in the van a lot. So for that reason, that's why I think that she adapted to van life quite quickly this time. And in fact, she seems to be doing better at van life than what I am at the moment. I'm still struggling to get into the transition of full-time van life, and I'll put you on. And I think that's because, well, to be honest, I'm not exactly sure, but I think because I had gotten used to being in my apartment where everything is easy and I have plenty of room to stand up and move around, When I'm in my apartment, I don't have to worry about running out of power or water or anything. But with being in the van, I have a little bit of space, but I can stand up, but I can't stand up properly. When I stand up, I have to bend forward a little bit. And that's not good for my back. I already have a bad back, which is a permanent injury from the domestic violence that I experienced when I was married. And so, and not only that, I have to be conscious of the power and the water that I use, because I can only use a certain amount, because I want to save as much power and water as I can, because I have to keep refilling up the fresh water tank and emptying the grey water tank and I have to keep recharging my power stations, and I've got to empty and clean the toilet, and so on. And these are just normal van life chores, but after a while they do become exhausting. And I have not only that, but I have to double handle a lot. Like, for example, if I want to get a plate out of the cupboard, I've got to move the power station out of the way just to get the plate. And then after I take the plate out of the cupboard, then I've got to move the power station back. And so when you're double handling all the time, that becomes exhausting too. And I didn't realize how full-time van life was going to be so exhausting, as well as being a lot harder than part-time van life. But it is, and the thing is, I realize now that I need to make the van a lot more comfortable. I thought I had made the van a lot more comfortable, which I have. But when it gets hot in my van, even though I've got the fans going, as well as a few USB mini air conditioners going, I can still feel the heat in the van, and it still feels quite uncomfortable in the van, so there are things that I still need to do to the van to make the van a lot more comfortable for full-time van life. Like, for example, I still need to get the air conditioner in my van fixed, as well as getting another portable air conditioner, a really good one though, for in the back here. And I was thinking about maybe getting an Easy Breeze or something like that. I also need to get a sliding window installed in the side door here, so I can open up the window when I need to, as well as getting a high top roof installed in my van, so I will be able to stand up properly in my van, because, not only would I like to be able to stand up properly in my van, but that's going to help with my back a lot. You see what I mean? And the thing is that, I also thought that full-time van life was going to solve my problems, meaning, for example, I'm still having nightmares every night. And to be honest, I wasn't sure if full-time van life was going to help me with my nightmares or not. I did assume that it wasn't going to, which it hasn't, but I was hoping that it would have. So I'm still experiencing nightmares every night just like I used to, so it hasn't helped me that way. But it has helped me with my emotional well-being, because I feel safe in my van, And the thing is that when I'm in my apartment, I don't feel safe, even though I am safe there. There's only me and Kelly. There's no one there who can hurt me. But because I have PTSD, which is post-traumatic stress disorder, as well as anxiety and depression, which is a result from the trauma from my experiences with domestic violence. So therefore, what happens is when I'm in my apartment, I still don't feel safe even though I am. And when that feeling comes, when that awful feeling comes, it's so overwhelming and so strong. Like, for example, I'll be sitting in my bed, in my bedroom, and that feeling will just come. And you never know when that feeling is going to come. And all of a sudden my heart will start racing and I'll start sweating like really, really sweating, like I just ran a marathon or two. And I'll be sitting in my bed and I just feel like as if someone is coming to my bedroom and start threatening me. Just exactly like exactly what my ex-husband used to do. And there's nothing you can do about that until that feeling goes. And you never know when that awful feeling is going to go. Sometimes I might have that feeling for a short time, whereas other times I might have that feeling for a really long time. And there's nothing you can do about it except just wait for that feeling to go. And the thing is, there's no medication or no cure for post-traumatic stress disorder or nightmares. Scientists and researchers, they can find a cure and find medications to help. All these other things, but they can't find a medication to help, stop the nightmares or to help with post-traumatic stress disorder. So therefore, all I can do is just wait for that feeling to go. And you don't know how long it's going to take for that feeling to go. And every time is different. And then, so when I'm in my apartment and that feeling comes, I think to myself, I need to be in my van. But then when I'm in my van and my back starts hurting because I can't stand up properly and I can't move around properly in my van, I think to myself, I need to be in my apartment. You see what I mean? So now at the moment I'm in two frames of mind thinking, what should I do? Should I do van time part-time like I used to? Or should I do van life full-time, what I would like to do? You know what I mean? Because the thing is, if I had the money right now, I would get my van fixed. I would get the sliding window installed in my van. I would get the air conditioner fixed. I would get the high top roof installed in my van and everything else that I need to make my van more comfortable for full-time van life. But the thing is, I don't have the money to do that right now. So therefore, I have to wait until I receive my inheritance to be able to get all this done. Because I know that once I get all this done in my van, then I know full-time van life is going to be like a breeze, because I'll be able to stand up and move properly, and I'll be able to move around in my van properly. And that way, that's going to solve my back problem, you see what I mean? As well as having a sliding window where I'll be able to let fresh air into my van whenever I want to, without, because at the moment, if I want to let fresh air into my van, I've got to get out of the I've got to get out of the side door here, walk around to the driver's side. I've got to turn on the ignition because I've only got power windows in my van, just to unwind the windows a little bit. And then I've got to come back around and hop back in the van here. And then I've got to do the same when I want to close the windows. You see what I mean? And that means if it's raining outside, I've got to get wet, and all this. But I suppose that's part of van life, isn't it? And so I was thinking, well, maybe I've started full-time van life too soon or too early. Maybe I should wait maybe I should just do part-time van life in the meantime, like how I have been doing part-time van life for the past few years, and then wait until I receive my inheritance, then get everything done on the van that I need to get done to make it much more comfortable, and then start full-time van life. I don't know what I should do or what I shouldn't do. I'm in two frames of mind at the moment, So what do you think I should do? Do you think I should just continue doing part-time van life at the moment until I receive my inheritance and then be able to get everything done in my van and then do full-time van life? Or do you think I should do full-time van life now, even though I can't stand up properly in my van? Because at the moment, I'm really not sure which way to go. Because when I'm in my van, even though I feel safe and happy and I'm glad to be in my van, I'll be honest, I appreciate having my van. And I also appreciate having my apartment as well. And I know a lot of people don't have an apartment as well as a van like I do. So I'm really, really grateful for that. But when I'm in my van and my back is hurting excruciatingly, I think I need to get back to my apartment because I need to be able to stand up. I need to have room to move around, and I think I wish I had a high-top roof installed in my van now. But in the meantime, I'm just going to have to be patient. But then when I go back into my apartment, that feeling will come. That awful feeling, which is, I know it's because of the post-traumatic stress disorder. I know what's causing them. And then I think, no, I can't stay here. I need to hop back in my van. So, I don't know. I just don't know which way to go because I really want to do full-time van life, but at the same time, I also want to be comfortable and I don't want to have a sore back either. So I'm not exactly sure which way to go at the moment. The only reason why I've realized this is because I have just started recently full-time van life. And now I realize it's not as fun as what I thought it would be. It's a lot harder than what I thought it would be. It's more exhausting than what I thought it would be. and it's not as comfortable as I thought it would be. But when I do get the money, I will be able to make it a lot more comfortable because I will be able to make those changes to my van. Like, for example, getting the high top roof installed and getting the air conditioner fixed, etc. But I sit here and I think, well, what do I do in the meantime? What should I do in the meantime? Should I continue just doing part-time van life for now? And then when I get the money to fix my van, and then when I do get that all done, then I can enjoy full-time van life. Or should I just continue with full-time van life now and just persevere and do the best I can in the meantime? I would love to hear your thoughts. So please, let me know what you think. Should I continue with part-time van life? Or should I continue with full-time van life at the moment? I know. So I was thinking maybe it might be best for me to continue doing part-time van life until I receive my inheritance. And then when I get the money, I'll get everything done on the van that I need, and then I'll start doing full-time van life. So I'm in two frames of mind at the moment. I'm not sure which way to go. I mean, I can go back to my apartment where I don't have to worry about filling up the water, I don't have to worry about running out of power, etc. I can stand up. I've got plenty of room to move around. It's comfortable. But the thing is, sooner or later, that horrible feeling is going to come back. I don't know when, and I cannot control it. I cannot stop it. I mean, to be honest with you, I wish I could feel in my apartment like I do in my van, where I feel safe and happy. But it just doesn't happen. I mean, that feeling always comes back sooner or later. I mean, like when I went to have a shower, and I couldn't just turn the taps off, and I walked straight back into the living room. And I thought to myself, what am I doing? There's no one here to hurt me. There's no one here to bash me after I have a shower, or come in with the big knife, or, and try to whack me with the knife while I'm in the shower. But that feeling was so overwhelming and so strong. I just had to wait for that feeling to go before I could have a shower. And it's just always that same feeling. Even when in my bed, I'll be sitting in my bed watching YouTube on the phone. And then that feeling will come. It's always the same feeling. Your heartbeat starts racing, you start sweating, you start hyperventilating, and you can feel your blood pressure rise. And then that feeling comes with it. You're waiting for that feeling that there's someone in the lounge room who's going to come into the bedroom and threaten me. And it feels like as if I'm reliving the same experiences that I did when I was married. and then you have all these intrusive thoughts that come in at inappropriate times, and then you have the nightmares on top of that every night. I mean, every single night. So, if I dream 5 dreams per night, I'll have 5 nightmares per night. If I dream 3 nightmares per night, I'll have 3 nightmares per night, and so on. And it just doesn't stop. Time doesn't make it stop. And it doesn't matter what I've done to help myself. I've done so much to help myself, like with counselling and reading self-help books and writing in a journal and all that stuff. But that feeling is still there. No matter what you do, and no matter how much time passes, that feeling doesn't stop. It never goes away. It's always there. And that's why I wanted to move into my van full time, because every time in my van I feel happy and safe. It's good for my mental and emotional well-being. But now that I've moved into my van and I have started full-time van life, now I realise that I've still got the nightmare. Oh my God, I shouldn't be laughing, should I? I've still got the nightmares. I still need to make the van more comfortable. I still need to get used to full-time van life. And because I'm anemic, that's another thing I have to be careful of. So I always have to keep eating well all the time. But I also know that I can't overdo things. Because if I overdo things, then that's no good for me. Because when you're anemic, you only have a certain amount of energy. And therefore, I don't have a lot of energy. And I mean, when I run out of energy, oh my God, I can't do anything. I can't even make a video. And that's another thing, because I have to be careful with how much I do things. So I have to also conserve my own energy as well. So that's another thing too. But I still have to do that even when I'm in my apartment, because that's what happens when you're anemic. So, all I have to do now is to figure out if I want to continue with part-time van life or full-time van life. So do you think I should wait until I get the money from the inheritance and then get everything that I need done on the van and then start full-time van life? Or do you think I should just start full-time, keep going with full-time van life now and just keep persevering and just doing the best I can, and then when I get the money, then get the van done? I don't know. Because every time I'm in my van and my back starts hurting, I'm like, I need to get back to my apartment. But every time I go back to my apartment, it's not long before that feeling kicks back in again. I just don't know what to do. I just don't know which way to go. Maybe it might be best if I just continue with part-time van life like I was doing beforehand. And then when I get the money, when I receive the inheritance, then get the high top roof installed, get the air conditioner, fix everything else that I need done, and then start full-time van life. I mean, at least it will be a lot more comfortable. I will be able to stand up. And being able to stand up properly and move around properly, that's going to be a lot better for me, a lot more comfortable in many ways, including my back, and that will eliminate a lot of my back problems too. But at the moment, I'm not sure. I'm just in two frames of mind. Which way should I go? So I've got something to think about now, haven't I? So please let me know what you think I should do in the comment section. I would really appreciate your advice, and I will think about your advice and take that into account, and I will use your advice to help with making my decision. So, whatever the outcome is, it's either going to be one of two things. It's either going to be part-time, it's either I'm going to continue with part-time van life until I receive my inheritance and then get everything on the van done and then start full-time van life, or I can just keep going with full-time van life now and just persevere. And then when I receive the money from my inheritance, then get everything done on the van and still continue with full-time van life. So yeah, well, I just don't know which way to go at the moment. But the thing is, if I hadn't have started full-time van life recently, I would never have realized this. So I'm glad that I have started full-time van life, and now I realize this. I know what else I need to do and what needs to be done. But because I don't have the money at the moment, I'm just going to have to wait until I do get the money. You see what I mean? So yeah. Alright, so thanks for joining me for today's video. Please let me know what you think in the comment section about what you think I should do. I will listen to your advice and take that into account. So please subscribe to my channel if you haven't already done so to support me. And don't forget to give my videos a thumbs up. And I'll see you guys in the next video. So until then, please take care. And of course, drive safely. Bye-bye, darling. I appreciate every single one of you. Thank you so much. Oh my God. I don't know if you realize how much all of my subscribers mean to me. Oh my God. I feel like I want to cry again. I have to stop thinking about all this domestic violence stuff and what happened, because every time I think about it, I get back in that mood, and it's very hard to get out of that mood, and I don't want to go back there. So anyway, yeah, so I appreciate every single one of my subscribers, I really do. So I'll see you in the next video, so please take care. Bye bye, darlings.